What's going on, guys? Alright, I'm here with a few pickups and a few gifts. So let's start with this Maximo and the Army of Zen laser cell here. This is number 7978 out of 9,250. I don't really know where these are distributed at or when, but like, I know when. It was 2003. Maximo and the Army of Zen was the second Maximo game that was released. For those of you who don't know, this is a Capcom game, and this is basically where Ghosts and Goblins went to. So that Maximo is supposed to be Arthur, or whatever the guy's name was. So yeah, this is basically what happened to Ghosts and Goblins as far as how it kind of evolved into something different in the early 2000s. Well, we still get games, newer Ghosts and Goblins, like on PSP and whatnot. So yeah, this was actually given to me as a gift by somebody who recently has had to hear a lot about my talking about Adventure Island artwork. So the artwork for Adventure Island is a guy named Susumu Matsushita, I believe. And as you can tell, you know, there's the main thing that drew me to it was actually the bra design on the women that he draws. He always uses these like spiral designs for bras, and I noticed that on a woman that Maximo was saving on the Maximo cart. So I just realized that, you know, there were two of the, you know, it's the same guy doing all the artwork. So I actually looked into him a bit and saw some of the other stuff he's done, and believe it or not, he hasn't done much. I mean, the biggest things are Hudson's Adventure Island and Maximo here. So yeah, you know, like I said, I don't know where these were given out at. You know, there weren't really collector's editions back then like there are now, so it wouldn't have came with the collector's edition, but who knows? Some place like GameStop might have got it, or it could have been given out at a you know, a game show or something. So yeah, that's pretty cool there. Alright, so the next item I got here was actually just a stack of just printed manuals. But what was neat was these are from a place called Game Trader, and there's one here called Game Trader 2. But yeah, this is these are just hand-printed manuals, hand-typed manuals. Some of them have coupons on the bottom. But what's neat about it is they're not direct copies of the manuals. They're actually written by the people at the store who played the game. So a lot of it's like the manuals actually really descriptively tell you how to play the game and tell you a lot of the secrets about it. So it's not like you're going to be called. I guess people might have. What this made me realize is people probably called game stores for hints, and I never realized that. But I bet a lot of people would have called the game stores back saying, hey, you know, how do I beat this game, or how do I get here in this game? So some of these people probably just put, you know, like how to just get into the game a little bit, you know, and like, you know, Goonies 2 tell you how to, like, you know, get into it a little bit so you don't be calling the game store for hints. That's pretty cool. Alright, so, and then another gift I got here, this is actually from a guy named Makjo C. Let's see here, how is this? There we go. And this is a, he was doing some calligraphy for his viewers, so he had made this for me. And what it is, it's, he's a Taoism master, and this is the soul, the human soul, being manifested into a physical form. So he made this kind of like as a representation of my video game collection. And I, you know, that's kind of what I see, you know, video games as. It's just, and any kind of collection in general, it's just, it's an extension of who you are. You're wearing your heart on your sleeve, essentially, in this world when you amass collections, because you're showing people what your interests are and what your desires are. Just as much as a sword collection, as he has a sword collection like myself. I believe my sword collection grew because, you know, there needed to be something to defend all the other things that were manifesting in physical form. So, you know, it's whatever your beliefs are. But yeah, I thought that was some pretty bad calligraphy either way. So yeah, I'll put a link to his channel though, but his name is Makjo C, and he's out of Canada actually. So yeah, go check him out. He shows a lot of cool stuff with like swords, knives, some airsoft stuff. I'm not into that, but He is, and then he shows a lot of the calligraphy, and then sometimes music and stuff like that. So, yeah, thank you very much for that. So one thing that I picked up here recently, and that was the Nintendo Campus Challenge 1991 repo cart. So I'd say about a week or two ago, a week and a half ago, actually 2 Saturdays ago, this popped up for sale, or 2 Fridays ago, this popped up for sale at Retro USB. There haven't been any of these popping up for a while, and in fact, there's only been about 4 or 5, maybe 6 times that this has actually gone up for sale since it was released in late 2009. So contrary to what people believe, this doesn't pop up often. It doesn't pop up 2 or 3 times a year. It pops up 1 time a year. You know, maybe 2 at the most. Maybe 2 times in 3 years, you know. But yeah, these have gone up in price a bit. The Retro Zone games, and I've only got a few of them. You know, you get your Battle Kids through Retro Zone, but he used to do a lot of ports. Mr. Gimmick, whatnot. I actually got the Splatterhouse. This is a Wanpaku Graffiti, so I got this port myself. But the carts at Retro USB are, a lot of people are going after these right now. They're considered very collectible. They're considered their own collection, and they hold great value. I mean, the fact that this Splatterhouse, I mean, you can't really even find these games because there's so many people who want their Retro Zone collection now, that he might have only put out 500 copies of Splatterhouse, if that. And last I saw, this game was going for about, you know, $60 to $80, and I paid like $40 for it. But it's not uncommon to see these Retro Zone games go for $60, $80, $100. That being said, the Campus Challenge 91, it goes for $95 on the site. I guess that's to deter people from reselling, but there still are 1 or 2 or 3 on eBay at any given time that are, you know, $200+. I don't know if anybody's actually paying that price, but to me, this is just another gift to myself and to my NES collection for, you know, being almost complete. So, you know, less than 15 games from a full NTSC collection. So, you know, to me, it's kind of like a trophy or a reward or a medal. You know, it looks nice. There's a lot of stars. So, yeah, as far as just a display piece, you know, I've lifted kind of my beliefs on these retro carts that I've used to have, and, you know, I definitely accept them now. But I would like to see that, the NWC card come up. Now, it was still priced at $60, but who knows if it'll jump up to $95 when it's re-released. But, you know, like I said, he might pop these up once a year or so. So it is definitely nice to catch when you find them. And yeah, and then that site, I mean, it's sold out within a day. So it was already sold out. Anybody who saw stuff up there for more than a day or so was probably because people had stuff in their cart that just dumped back out. But yeah, I mean, these go fast. Anything goes fast on Retro USB when it comes up. So definitely a place worth checking often. So yeah, that's about it for pickups now. I do have some PC Engine games on the way, about 10 or so. So look forward for that. And I cleaned up my World Champion cart. I used the Goo Gone, and I got a big sticker off the back there, so that turned out really nice. So now I've got my World Champ card all cleaned up there. I really like this one. I don't know why. So, alright guys, well, I will see you later. Peace.